Hello everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing this prop right here. This is the Lumenier 6x4 Slow Flyer propeller. So I'm going to be talking about the features of this prop and how it performs, but first let's see how it flies. Okay, so now that you have seen some flight footage of this prop in action, let's go ahead and talk about the features and what I think of this prop. So I'm going to be drawing some comparisons to some props that I have tested in the past. So I'm going to compare the Lumenier prop here to the Emax Avan Long Range 6x3.8, which was my favorite prop for probably around 2 years until I tested the Ethics K2 6x4 around 6 months ago, at which point the Ethics K2 became my favorite prop. So I do have full reviews on both of these props that you may want to watch before I get into this discussion. So when I first took off with this Lumenier prop, it felt very similar to the Ethics K2. And in my opinion, the designs of the two props are also very similar. So if you look at the pitch profiles of these props, they look almost the same. The pitch is steeper towards the hub and it kind of tapers off towards the tip. And they seem to have a similar blade thickness, and the pitches all along the blade seem to be very similar as well. The only real differences that I can discern are that on the Ethics blade, the trailing edge is curved and the thickest part of the blade is closer to the hub compared to the Lumenier prop, where the thickest part of the blade is kind of halfway between the hub and the tip, and the trailing edge is completely straight, which I thought was kind of interesting. If you have any idea why they made the trailing edge completely straight, let me know down in the comments below. I don't know, I'm not an aerodynamics person. As far as weight goes, the Lumenier prop is significantly lighter than the other two props. It comes in at around 4.6 grams. The Ethics K2 comes in at around 5.1 grams, and the Emax Avan Long Range comes in at around 5 grams. So Lumenier markets this prop as being about half a gram lighter than the competition, and I can confirm that based on my scales. So how does the Lumenier prop perform? When I first took off with this prop, I pretty much thought that it felt the same as the Ethics K2. Now, after I flew it around some more, I figured that the grip is pretty much identical to the Ethics prop, but the speed is a little bit lower and the control is a little bit better. And I think the control is better because, first of all, it's a little bit lighter, and because it flies slower, it's just a little bit easier to control the quad because it doesn't pick up speed as rapidly as it does with the Ethics prop. However, the differences in control are really quite small. It's not a night and day difference. So I would say that the grip of the Lumenier and Ethics blades is about the same. The control of the Lumenier blade probably falls in between the Ethics and Emax blade, because the Emax blade has, I think, the best control of these three. And the speed of the Lumenier blade is probably pretty close to the Emax blade. As far as efficiency goes, I have not been able to notice any difference in flight times between these three blades, so I would say they're equivalent. And the only other thing is durability. I would say that the Ethics blade has the best durability. The Lumenier blade definitely doesn't have quite as good durability, probably because it's the lightest blade here. But I would say it's probably equivalent in durability to maybe the Emax, because the Emax has the very thin tips. So really there's not much else to talk about. The only thing to address is if the Lumenier 6x4 is my new favorite prop. And I would have to say that is a no. I think that the Ethics K2 for me is still the best prop because it has similar grip to the Lumenier blade. It has comparable control, a little bit worse, but the extra speed to me is worth it, and there's no penalty in efficiency, and the durability is also a little bit better. So for me, for the things I value, I think the Ethics K2 is still the best. That is not to say that the Lumenier 6x4 is a bad prop though. If you want a prop that's a little more controllable, maybe a little bit slower, you may really enjoy this prop. Okay, so that's it for this one. Overall, I would say that the Lumenier 6x4 has a good balance of features, and if you are a fan of 6-inch or specifically a fan of 6-inch twin blades like I am, I definitely would say that the Lumenier prop is at least worth a try. So with that said, please like this video if you liked it, and please get subscribed if you enjoy this content. 84% of you guys watching this right now are not subscribed, so please make sure that you get subscribed to help support the channel. Thanks for watching.